Crap, where is it? Where is it? Oh, maybe right here? Yes, this is it. Hold on. Hello? Is anyone there? Oh, good. This still works. Alright, listen. We gotta be quick about this. Who knows how long it'll take for them to... Huh? Oh, hello NetRealm. I'm RedParagonG, and welcome to another fakemon video. Thank goodness I was able to get here at a decent time. I've relocated myself on purpose as I've taken on Lava Tyrant's Mutant Menagerie challenge. I'll drop a link to the OG video in the description, but in short, our job is to create alt forms for existing Pokemon, specifically ones that can evolve. Let me give you an example, actually. Get over here! These Pokemon are exposed to the Cerberus virus, which alters their DNA and causes them to evolve in different ways. For example, my Gigalith has evolved to use sunlight more efficiently, and for a time it was my one and only entry. However, I got word that Z extended the challenge's duration, so I can play around with the virus more and make some friends for Gigalith.
I am math scientist. It's so cool.
My first idea fills out the Kaiju page of the Menagerie handbook. There have been a few mutants based on more iconic giant monsters, Godzilla, Gamera, and so on. But I wanted to use another Kaiju as inspiration. One from the Ultraman series, to be precise. Ultraman was something I latched onto through clips during my younger Spore days. And while there are a number of iconic monsters I could base a mon off of, I ended up picking... This is among the most powerful kaiju in the Ultra universe. In fact, it's often the last opponent Ultramen get to fight in the early seasons. Its appearance is somewhat beetle-like, so at first I thought of giving this to Vikavolt, but then I had an idea that would work better for Levian. Does that seem out of left field? Kinda does, but hear me out. I think I know how I can pull this off. There's a stronger form of Zeton in one of the Ultraman movies called Hyper Zeton. This version is more human-like and has a few elements I could add to the Vanny. The bits of yellow could be reinterpreted as sticky tree sap, and the substance would stick onto the arms, chest, and antennae. It has extra leaves on the arms, mostly to emulate Hyper Zeton's arms, and some boots to mimic its legs. Every leaf on its body is a new shape, and it has some extra leaves compared to normal Vanny. It even has leaf wings, which are also present on Hyper Zeton. Winged ants are also a thing, and Levanny's apparently one, so... yeah, the new palette is darker and more woodsy to sell its new type. But I carried over the bright yellow to get that sap looking bright. Levanny, mutant form. The sticky Pokemon. The Cerberus virus has turned this Pokemon's silk into sticky sap. It uses this to its advantage, waiting in dark woods before firing it from its leaf hands. It is cunning and more aggressive, but maintains the caring nature of its normal form. It is now a dark grass type. I considered removing its grass type back when the concept involved dead leaves, but as it developed, Bug was removed instead. To go with this, I gave it a dark version of Swarm called Desperate Ploy, which adds to its cunning nature. Its other abilities are Sap Sipper and Super Sweet Syrup. The shiny is a more direct reference to Zeton. This one was an interesting challenge for me, but I think I managed it well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, sure. You two can play for a bit. My next idea covers something we haven't seen in the Pokemon games. Technically, Gigalith does this too, but I wanted something more straightforward. A Pokemon I think would be good for this is Revavroom. One of the dex entries for Varoom reveals how it came to be, going from an unknown critter to a car engine supported by rocks. I wanted to know what that creature looked like, but there's another reason why I chose Revavroom. You see, part of its appeal is its type of steel and poison, which was a highly anticipated combo. But before that was confirmed, I thought Revavroom was a ghost type. This isn't without reason, of course. Some of the most popular object mons are this type and are all Supanogame. I thought maybe I should squish these ideas together, but how could I do it?
There's only one way to find out.
The idea of this family using rocks for support carried the concept for this mutant. I figured maybe the Cerberus virus would fuse the two together when inflicted. My biggest jumping off point was the car that the Flintstones family have, though while I was making the sketch, I noticed it also looked like a bike. So I made some of the rocks look like motorcycle parts. I kept the jaw that Revavroom has, but I placed the eye on top of it. This would mimic the headlight on a motorcycle. The rest of the body looks to be enveloped in a gaseous film. I thought the resulting mutation could affect its ability to produce gas. This film would be dark purple to counteract the natural tone of the rocks. As I was finishing up, I realized that something was off. So I decided to redraw this entry, leaning more into the bike inspiration and giving it more personality. It also wasn't conveying the initial idea I had, which was what Revavroom looks like without its engine. So I removed the bottom jaw and gave it a more realistic mouth. The palette was updated to include a lighter shade, and I only covered the head area with gas, which is a page taken straight out of Ghost Rider. Revavroom, mutant form, the rock and roll Pokemon. This form of Revavroom forgoes its engine and encases its body in stone. The gas it produces now surrounds its head, shielding it from the elements as it rides. Staring this Pokemon in the eye can lead to dire consequences. The type is very self-explanatory, but the fact that we missed this opportunity last gen is a crime to me. Its abilities are Momentum, which is a speed version of Moxie, and Weak Armor, and the shiny is modeled after Ghost Rider. This one took me a bit to get going, but it turned out better than expected. I can imagine Team Skull trying to get one of these on their side. They'd be the kind of folks to ride hogs around. Revavroom? Where did you go? What the? How and when did that happen? What do you mean they went through a portal? They're in Pelthera? Oracle, I'm going to kill you when I get back! We need to find them before they cause any more trouble. Come on! One transition later. There they are! Blast! They have! We need to stop them somehow. I used my fire, but not all of them are weak to... What? Swablu, what are you doing? Now's not the time to be eating something! My last idea was the simplest of the bunch, while also being kinda not. Anyway, this partially came from reading Swablu's Dex entries. They talk a lot on how Swablu likes to keep things clean, so I thought I would invert this concept and make Altaria into a dusty burb. Since it has clouds for wings, it was easy to redraw them as clumped up sand. I looked at G-Max Sandaconda for inspiration, seeing as it's based on a dust devil, and I got the pose and extra clouds from Mega Altaria. Most of the clouds are twisted around the body like a tornado. What's left of that lot has gotten sharper, like the wings. I also made its head feathers into the shape of devil horns. It is a dust devil. I mean, come on, how could I resist? The new colors are based on a male house sparrow. Altaria, mutant form, the dust devil Pokemon. Swablu afflicted with the Cerberus virus go through slight trauma before evolving. Once they get over that hurdle, they'll find sand to be an effective tool, not only for battling, but also for cleaning messes. They create whirlwinds of sand to deter their enemies. It's now a ground flying type. 3 out of 4 mutants have a double weakness. I did almost make it dark to reference the devil part of Dust Devil, but I nixed it. Dust Devils are both sand and wind, so it was a good excuse. Abilities are Sand Force and Sand Stream, and the shiny is blue, like normal Altaria. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way... Altaria, get them! You three have broken the multi-realm code of conduct! You're not wrong. If my friend weren't slouching, this all may not have happened. But you took advantage of my trust and endangered the lives of this humble village. Very well then. I shall give you three a second chance. But heed my words. If you cross the line again, there will be consequences. You know what? It might have been better to train some of them before letting them loose. Huh? Oh, shoot! And those were my entries for the Mutant Menagerie! I did not think we were ending this way. But I'd like to thank Lava Tyrant for making this all possible. Go check out his stuff when you get the chance. My new Mutants will show up on Instagram as well, so links to that and my other socials will be in the description. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of future uploads. This has been RedParagonG, and remember folks, may the light of Sirith guide you on your quest through life. See you next time! I feel bad that Oracle has to be the one to clean up all this.